Shalom and namaste everyone. Now we're going to see exactly what did the Prime Minister Modi and Benjamin Netanyahu were talking about and what are the agreements and what exactly we're going to sign on. We're going to see the people who signed it, the people who are in charge on working on that field and working on that topics, and I'll try to explain a little bit more about every single one if I remember correctly.
Now, we are pleased to announce that a variety of agreements will be signed by the State of Israel and the Republic of India. Agreements
so many.
that will strengthen
Crazy.
our partnership, drive innovation, and deepen the bond between Jerusalem and New Delhi. We will now begin the signing of these agreements in the presence of both prime ministers. The Cultural Exchange Program and the Memorandum of Understanding to the India-Israel Innovation Center for Agriculture will be signed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Gideon Sa'ar, and External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jai Shankar. Please take the stage.
Okay, so in here, Israel is really big in agriculture. This is a desert country that we were able to rebuild and bring back all the nature and all the beautiful things. We are doing this also with working with a lot of high techs, and it's called, I think if I remember correctly, it's called agrotech. This is what we usually do right now in here, learning how we can make our crops bigger, everything more healthier. This is another really important thing. It's not just about making things more available, it's about making things healthy. And this agreement was created and made to work with the farmers in India and to educate them on with our knowledge, and they will educate us with their knowledge, because there's such a big agriculture system as well in India. And the fact that we're both learning and growing from each other and seeing how we can help each other with our information is a really important thing, because at the end of the day, this, I don't know about you, but personally I love food, and this is just saying we will learn how to make better food for our people. So out of everything, this is, I think, one of the most important things they could work together on.
The Memorandum of Understanding in the field of geophysical exploration will be signed by the Energy and Infrastructure Mr. Eli Cohen and External Affairs Minister Mr. Jai Shankar as well. Please take the stage as well.
Okay, so in this, both India and Israel are actually searching energy independence. They will work together in locate natural resources, let's call it like that, to actually locate the things that we already have and to see how we can make the best use from them without completely destroying them. This is something very important. We cannot just harvest everything we have and then not leave anything for the future generations. So in this, learning how to create energy and all that, it's all the geophysics things, it's very important to make sure we will be able to use it to our own benefits right now, but again, also to the future. And this is something again and again was constantly discussed. The whole, how can we in 10 years, 20 years, 50, 100, 1,000 years, how the people will still have things and we will not make all the resources dry. So this is very important, again, very important, very delicate topic.
And now, the Memorandum of Understanding for Development of the National Maritime Heritage Complex in Lothal will be signed by the Minister of Heritage, Mr. Amichai Eliyahu, and the External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jai Shankar. Please take the stage. Thank you.
Okay, so in this, so Lothal is one of the most ancient cities in recorded history that we know of in our, the Asian area. The thing is, what I understood that Israel is helping to build, first of all, to build a museum there to preserve the history, because again, it's very important to create something that will remind us who we are, and also creating places with technology for learning how to evolve But the whole thing is, again, both of our nations are really strong with the whole concept of remembering who we are and moving forwards while we're still reminding ourselves constantly who we are. So this is, again, another very important, I feel like every time I'm going to say it's very important, this is very important agreement, but yeah, they're working really hard.
Now, the Declaration of Intent in the field of
Ooh,
horizon
okay.
scanning will be signed by the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Ms. Gila Gamliel, and External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jai Shankar. Please take the stage.
You keep going up and down. Poor guy. Okay, so when we're talking about horizon, so as you know, Israel, Rafael, and all of those things, they're actually making more advanced technology, futuristic technologies, sci-fi if you want to call it. The whole point is, in this, both of our countries will actually scan, how do I explain it? Like scan the market to see which things worth focusing on and which things will benefit the most in the entire thing, in their entire world, like the whole quantum or advanced materials and all of that. The thing is, the whole point is to not only see what we have right now, but to try to identify things that will happen in the future and put effort to work on them before other countries, before other people will be able to take that and use that against us and against you guys.
And now the Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation in the Field of Fisheries and Aquaculture will be signed by Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Mr. Avi Dichter, and the External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jai Shankar. Please take the stage.
Personally, me as a vegetarian, I do not eat fish. This is a part of my belief. I'm not saying anything against, like pro or against. You do you, you do whatever is good for you. But the thing is, this agreement that, again, is not aligned with my personal values, however, I can see the benefit of this, is learning how to grow more fish and how to it's kind of going back to the agriculture agreement, learning how to bring food, easy access food, easy healthy access food to a lot of people, because you get like so many people in your country and it's going to be very difficult to feed all the people. Not something about like against your country. This is an issue the entire world is facing right now. We are losing a lot of the resources we have. This is again why the geophysical thing comes to order. This is why it's so important. But this is another thing that Israel and India are going to work together to teach India how to use special pools to grow fish in order to make them edible. Again, I understand why this is important. According to my own set of beliefs, this is not something I agree with. Not about the whole giving the education and giving the knowledge we already have, but the whole using animals as food. But that's just me.
And now the Memorandum of Understanding on the Cooperation on Advancing Education through the Use of Artificial Intelligence will be signed by the Minister of Education, Mr. Yoav Kish.
This is very important because this is talking not only about resources, but actually about the people, the individual, learning how to, learning how to use AI in the classrooms to actually help the students to get better education, to understand things better. It's not just that. I was in a convention, I'll make a video about this. It's also to teach the children how to, with AI, unfortunately, because everything is AI these days, using how to identify like emotions with them, with others, making them understand the things they need to learn more, things that are actually helping them, giving the information, learning things in class in a better way. And this is it's actually pretty cool. There are a lot of things that, especially the thing in this is that a lot of the improvement in AI in the classroom was actually projects that students themselves were creating, not their teachers. So I will definitely make a video about this because I was in a convention about this and it was very interesting. But the thing is that this agreement is something that coming not from the government, it's actually coming from the people itself, from the children themselves who learn how to develop AI for their own benefits. And this is one of the most amazing and more interesting agreements because, again, this is not only government made and like special people who learned it, just basically a 16-year-old who sat in his home and built an app or thought about an idea, and this is long, like several years later or even like several months later, people signing agreements based on the app he was creating. This is absolutely beautiful.
And the presentation of the report of the 4th India-Israel CEO Forum will be presented by the Trade Commissioner for the Ministry of Economy, Mr. Roy Fisher, and the Ambassador of India to Israel, Ambassador J.P. Singh. Please take the stage.
Honestly, this is not up my alley. I have a day job. I'm not CEO on any company, but I do understand why it's important that both CEOs of very big companies in Israel and in India are gonna work together, talk together, help both of their company grow. Because at the end of the day, bigger companies actually means more job and like more job places for innocent civilians like us. So this is another beautiful thing to see.
Implementation protocol to the agreement in commerce and services sector, the manufacturing sector, and the restaurant sector will be signed by the Director of Foreign Workers Administration at the Population and Immigration Authority, Mr. Moshe Nakash, and the Foreign Secretary for the Republic of India, Mr.
This agreement is actually an agreement to bring more workers from India to Israel. There are several benefits to it to Indian people. First of all, our money is a little bit stronger. The shekel is a little bit more stronger, and there's a lot of workers coming to Israel to send money back home. It's also very important to Israel because there's a lot of things, unfortunately, sometimes Israeli people are lazy and there's a lot of things we don't do. It's if with the whole building things and working as a caregivers, there are a lot of caregivers, Israeli caregivers. However, unfortunately, there's so many people who need this assistance, and there is not a lot of people who are able to do this because this is not just a physical thing. It's also a very mental. You need to be very strong mentally to deal with sick people, old people that that it's not like you're gonna save them. They will gonna die really soon. So this takes a lot of mental power that Indian people have. For some weird reason, Indian people have such a strong mental power to them that is absolutely admirable. So this agreement is actually supposed to make it easier for Indian to come work in Israel in a lot of different fields, not just the caregiver, not just the building, also in high tech, but usually it's like focusing on those two things, those two positions.
A letter of intent on the establishment of the Cyber Center of Excellence will now be signed by the Director General of the National Cyber Directorate, Mr. Yossi Karadi, and the Foreign Secretary for the Republic of India, Mr. Vikram Misri.
Okay, so as you know, Israel is also big in cyber. Now, when we're talking cyber, we're not just talking about sitting in a computer doing one and zeros and whatever. I mean, it is also, again, but the thing is, cybersecurity is also making sure things like banks, like water systems, electronic systems, all of those things that unfortunately right now we use the internet and the electronic to all of them. This is something that a lot of hackers are constantly trying to attack, not just website. There was a huge cyber attack a few years ago in Israel about they attacked a hospital. So a lot of the medical things were deleted, and that was very, very scared because it means human life were at danger. It's not just someone attacked a bank, so my money is frozen. Like, I'm still alive. Thank God I am still breathing, being able to function, also without money. But when we don't know how to treat a patient because all of the record was deleted, that is very dangerous. And this is something Israel is working really hard on. The whole fighting hackers that are not just the small hackers that are going to steal your money, but the very serious hackers that go into like everything they can to take human lives away from a specific country. So this is why this is a very interesting agreement. Hackers from Israel are going to work with hackers from India, because it's usually people who know how to hack, learning how to create systems that will secure the information towards others. So basically this just means hackers working with other hackers.
And now the Memorandum of Understanding between NPCI, International Payments Limited, and Masav, linking UPI, will now be signed by the CEO of Masav, Ophir Kadosh, and the Ambassador of India to Israel, Ambassador J.P. Singh.
Okay, so the reason why this is interesting is because every time I'm talking to someone from India, they're telling me they're using a system that you pay on your phone or something like this. It's called the UPI, that you just like pay for your phone, and you cannot do this in Israel. So I know that a lot of Indian people who come in here are being a little bit frustrated because of that. So the fact that all of a sudden this will be available to you is very easy for you to work your way through Israel. I love how this is not just a diplomatic meeting, they're actually talking about important things, signing important things, and usually before 1999 and everything, Israel and India, if Israel and India had anything like any sort of relationship, connection, working together in something, it was always really quiet. I love the fact that right now Israel and India are openly saying this is what we are planning to do. I cannot wait to see exactly what's going to happen with after we're going to sign those agreements. Exactly what's going to happen. Let's say 5 years from now, we're gonna sit and see exactly what did we agreed on, what happened after this agreement, and how is our life better or worse now thanks for those agreements.